Welcome to This Explainer. Think of me today as your personal financial coach and consider this session your ultimate exam prep masterclass. We're going to tackle a subject that honestly trips up so many young professionals, but it's absolutely vital: saving your first $10,000. Whether you're just entering the workforce, navigating that first real salary, or maybe you're just finally trying to get serious about your future, this blueprint is completely designed to help you conquer this massive financial milestone. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's get ready to pass this test. To kick off our session, I want to throw a question your way that I really hope completely shifts how you view building wealth. What if saving your first $10,000 is actually way easier than you think? Most people look at a five-figure sum and instantly panic. They think, well, I guess I need to win the lottery, get a massive sudden promotion, or just live like a total hermit. But I'm here to tell you it's really not about that. It's actually about systems, not sacrifices. Because we literally all start at the exact same point, with just a few $100s to our name. I actually remember a young professional I worked with named Sarah. She was a couple of years out of college working a totally decent job, but every single time she opened her banking app, she only ever saw about $300 on her savings account. It was paralyzing for her. But by applying the exact curriculum we're going over today, she moved entirely away from that panic and secured a $10,000 balance in under a year. And today, we're taking you on that exact same journey.
Okay, here is our syllabus for today. We're covering Module 1, the 10,000 baseline. Module 2, master the 50-30-20 rule. Module 3, plug common spending leaks. Module 4, automate and increase income. Module 5, the compound growth curve. And Module 6, passing the final test. Let's dive in.
Module 1, the 10,000 baseline, setting the foundation. You definitely can't pass a test if you don't even know what subject you're taking, right? So establishing your baseline is step 1. Look, the absolute crucial point to understand here is this. The first $10,000 is the hardest, but literally the most important financial milestone you will ever hit. Why is it the hardest? Well, because you're starting from zero. You're actively fighting against your old spending habits, you're adjusting to a newer professional income, and you don't have the magical tailwind of investment growth helping you out yet. But getting this initial traction, it fundamentally transforms your future. It completely shifts your mindset from financial survival to actual wealth accumulation. To set that baseline properly, you've got to take 3 actionable steps. First, calculate your current spending to understand your actual cash flow. Second, use expense tracking apps. Seriously, let technology do the heavy lifting by syncing directly to your accounts. And third, break down those expenses into specific categories. You need to know exactly how much is going to rent, groceries, and entertainment. This is essentially the diagnostic part of our exam prep. Module 2, master the 50-30-20 rule, your budgeting core. Moving right along to the next major rule on our exam, let's talk about constructing a truly realistic budget. What's really incredible about this rule is how cleanly it divides up your income. 50% of your after-tax money goes to needs. We're talking rent, utilities, basic groceries. 30% goes to wants, dining out, hobbies, having fun. But that critical 20% slice, that is dedicated entirely to savings. For young professionals, memorizing the specific ratio is honestly like having the answer key to the test. If your needs are suddenly creeping up to 70% of your income, you instantly know why your savings are suffering. Module 3, plug common spending leaks. Avoiding the trick questions. Let's see how identifying these common traps prevents you from failing your goals altogether. Now, as your coach, I really need you to commit this definition to memory. High-cost financial leaks are those everyday spending habits that quietly drain your potential savings. And I want you to notice the word quietly there. These are not massive, obvious purchases like buying a brand new car. No, these are the small, stealthy transactions that slip right under your radar but end up adding up to literally thousands of dollars over the course of a year. So here are the specific trick questions you need to be on high alert for. First up, unchecked subscriptions. Come on, we all have that one streaming service we're paying for just because we watched one show that ended 3 years ago. Second, frequent dining out. That $15 fast casual lunch during your workday doesn't feel like a big deal, but doing it 4 times a week drains over $3,000 a year. Let that sink in. Third, impulse purchases. Just tapping your phone to buy something you saw on social media without a second thought. Plugging these leaks is for sure the fastest way to instantly boost that 20% savings rate we just talked about. Module 4, automate and increase income. The lab work. Now that we've plugged those pesky leaks, it's time to roll up our sleeves and actually accelerate your savings rate. Think of this dynamic right here as your ultimate cheat sheet. your defensive and offensive strategies for building wealth. For your defense, you absolutely need a dedicated savings system. I'm talking automatic transfers that move money into a separate, hard-to-reach account the literal second your paycheck hits. Do not wait until the end of the month to save what's left. And for your offense, you need to increase your income. Look, you can only cut your budget so much. To really accelerate toward that $10,000 mark, you should leverage side hustles, take on some freelance work, or invest in your own skills to demand a higher primary salary.
Module 5, the compound growth curve, the secret weapon. This is where we look at the mathematical superpower that will literally carry you across the finish line. There's this great old saying in finance: stay consistent to demonstrate compound growth through monthly savings. And honestly, the overarching theme of this entire masterclass, and really personal finance in general, is just that: consistency. Financial success is rarely about one massive lucky windfall. It's about steady, monthly discipline. That discipline is the fuel that powers compound growth. Even if you're starting small, that steady monthly contribution is going to relentlessly compound into significant wealth over time. In year 1, it feels like a slow crawl, but by year 3, you've got momentum. And by year 5, it's a massive jump. This is compound interest in action, which simply means your money is starting to make its own money. Once you hit that $10,000 baseline, the interest you earn becomes a truly noticeable contributor to your growth. Your savings start to snowball, practically accelerating on their own. It's amazing to see. Module 6, Passing the Final Test, Tracking Your Progress. We've made it to the final section of our review, where we pull the whole shebang together. Breaking a massive goal down into an actual timeline is absolutely crucial for your motivation. In month 1, you're just tracking your spending and getting that 50-30-20 budget set up. By month 6, you're cruising, staying consistent and successfully blocking those spending leaks while your automated savings run silently in the background. And then by month 12, you're hitting those major milestones. Taking it in these smaller, monthly chunks makes hitting 10 grand incredibly achievable. And when you stick to this syllabus, when you lock in that 50-30-20 rule, cut out those tricky spending leaks, automate your defense, and crank up your offense, you are going to proudly arrive at this life-changing milestone: $10,000. And guys, it's not just a number on a screen. It represents real security, it represents freedom, and it's the ultimate proof that you've mastered your financial habits. It means you ace the test. You've got the complete study guide now. You know exactly what steps to take, what leaks to avoid, and exactly how the math works in your favor. So I'm going to leave you with this thought. Every single month you wait to start is a month of compound interest you can never, ever get back. Are you ready to start your journey today and actually claim your financial freedom? The only thing left to do is lay that very first brick. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you next time.